After an explosive start to Major 1, we've seen 10 teams from each region secure their spot in the Grand Finals. Let's take a closer look at how 2 of our trios qualified ahead of this weekend's games. The Romanian Ziandi and Shark qualified through to Grand Finals with their trio mate Dew after an incredible last game finish, made possible by this one tree. This trio land at Canyon Crossing, which is widely believed to be one of the weaker drop spots on the map. With slow farming metal and how it's quite literally in a canyon, you're susceptible to getting shot at from above. Because of this, the trio leave with fairly low materials, no storm surge damage, and only one void mask between them. To get their damage and materials, their strategy is to camp in areas where they know teams will run by to try to catch someone off guard. This is a risky strategy, since if it doesn't pay off, then they've wasted valuable time. After hearing some shots in the distance, they sneak over to Shogun Solitude. Ziandi positions himself hidden right behind a tree and gets ready to attack, while Dew and Shark are waiting in the wings. Seconds later, Tobko runs up to farm the tree when Ziandi pounces, catching him off guard and picking up an easy elimination. After this, Shark and Dew come on over just as Ziandi eliminates Tropex as well. This sneaky double elimination get this team around 600 damage, triple void mask, and basically max materials that they couldn't get from their drop spot. This sets them up for the entire game, allowing them to position in less crowded areas of the map and not needing to overpeak for storm surge damage, therefore saving heals and mats for the late game. Like in this position here, they're nearly 600 damage above the threshold, mostly because of the off-spawn eliminations, and can just chill inside of their box. In a crazy turn of events, this trio then find an elimination in the 6th zone onto Fishy, the final member of the trio that they eliminated off-spawn, who was scrambling for Surge after rebooting his teammates. This and a couple of other elims set this team up for the endgame, where they were able to play out their mats on the low to mid ground layers until in the top 3, where they can triple mask onto height and close out the game in style, qualifying them to the Grand Finals for Major 1, all because of this one tree. How could we make an entire video about Victory Royales from Group 1 without including that 1v3 clutch from Donny? Throughout this season, Donny has struggled to find a trio that fit, only making one divisional final all season, so decided to join forces with Mason and Chance for their play-ins. After a rough day at the office in the group stage and not even being close to the top 5 to qualify for Grands, it looked like Donny was going to have yet another disappointing tournament. That was until Game 4 came along. Throughout the entire of this game, they played Storm Surge really well, picking up damage as they were rotating out of their drop spot, and getting a couple of eliminations in the mid-game to top up their heals and materials going into the endgame. Because of this earlier work, they were able to be a lot less aggressive in the early stages of endgame when it came to damage and refreshes. When the 10th zone pulls back through the old builds, they can use all of those extra heals that they gathered from the earlier eliminations to tank Storm and get to the front side of low ground using splashes to heal. All seems to be going well until Chance goes down in the 11th zone and Mason also falls while trying to take height in the 12th zone. Now, as a solo, the pressure was on Donny to break this run of subpar performances this season and push for a Grands qualification. Trying to hold on with the materials that he has, Visuals goes down above him, and thankfully for Donny, he actually gets the elimination credit and the Siphon. Now dropping down, he can take out the first player of the remaining trio, hit an incredible shot on the second player, and use the Siphon gain to stay in Storm and close out the win as the third opponent goes down in the Storm. Topping off an incredible solo clutch from Donny, propelling his team into the Grand Finals. For more incredible action just like these 2 wins, don't miss Groups 2 and 3 this weekend.